right, there we go. All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Alvin J, the most passionate non-doctor on the internet. Tonight we are going live just because I missed last Friday because I had to spend some time with the family. So that takes a little bit of precedence, so I had to reschedule this one. So I know you guys didn't know it was coming, but I did decide to do it anyway. We're still going to go live at 3:45 next week, but I just got on here just for a little short time. We'll just spend a few minutes on here just to let you guys know what is going on. Now, you guys will see I just got a little background up here. It's just to show that I'm chilling out. I'm having a good time. I'm just vibing with the little vacation feel that I got going on this week. And I'm going to be relaxed. I'm going to be working on some stuff that I want to work on as far as projects and things like that, and helping out people, because this week I did start my live sessions for the erectile dysfunction course. So 3 times per week, I'm going to get on live and answer questions about the course. If people want to invest in the course and if they want to fix their erectile dysfunction, hey, we got it going on there. So let's go ahead with it. Okay, now you guys will see. Oh, it's Tuesday night. I understand. I know it's not the time that you guys are used to seeing me. Usually we go live at 3:45. Yes, on a Friday. However, today what we're going to do is we're just impromptu. We're just doing it on the spot, spur of the moment, and just getting it on out there. Okay, so there you go, everybody. We got you now. I see some people in here already. I love it. Okay, DM is in the house. Jeffrey Jones, I see you. All right, look at it. They say smash that like button. I have to agree with you. Now, I am on here today because I want to thank you all, because I have over 60,000 subscribers, and I did not know how hard or difficult that was to get to in the subject matter that I'm dealing in. Now, if I had chose to talk about things that were less important to the world, less important to people in general, the deep down stuff, of course, I believe that I would have well over 100,000 subscribers. Okay, but because I'm talking about medicine, because I'm talking about health, and I shouldn't even say medicine, because I'm talking about health, about how to do things naturally, because it takes effort, because it takes you actually getting off your butt and doing something, being able to do something holistically for your entire body, and not just easily popping a pill, not just easily going to a doctor's visit and have them give you something, or you do a quick surgery, or you cut this out, attach that. Instead of stuff like that, you have chosen to ride and rock with me because you know that I'm going to give you guys the right way, even though it's a little more, it's not even that much more difficult. It's just stuff that you're not used to. So a lot of people are just like, I ain't doing that, or it's too hard to do that. I ain't got time to do that. Well, you don't have time to get better then, because going to a hospital will give you a quick fix, but it will not fix your problem. Okay, so that's the problem. That's the thing. See, everybody doesn't realize that short term doesn't always mean the best. Now, there are some quick go-to things when we talk about natural as well. All right, like if you guys want to start accepting minerals, nutrients, vitamins right away, you flush out your colon and boom, same day, you could be accepting those things and fixing whatever is wrong with you in the same day. That's what I'm all about. I'm about fast. I'm not about slow. Even though it's natural, I want you to get the result now, not tomorrow. Okay, so that's what I'm on here about. So this today is just about grateful. All right, now, as far as being grateful, everyone, I just want you guys to know that just because we are on here, and I am so privileged to have you guys. I'm just thanking everybody. I'm just gratitude for those of you who bought my book. I am grateful for that. Those of you who invested in my courses, I am grateful for that. Those of you who actually ride with me every Friday to get your questions answered, I really do appreciate that. So if you guys are absolutely happy with the way things are going, then I am too, because I see that when you guys get on and you leave your comments and you leave your questions and stuff like that, you're actually getting the answers and the results that you actually want out of this thing. So it's actually pretty good. So Mr. Mims is in the house. All right, Jean Mimos, what's happening, man? All right, so I did catch the one on the Cajun seasoning too. All right, so I'm trying to keep up there. I know you had another one after that, so I forgot what it is, but I did watch it. So there you go. Let me see. Roy is in the house. All right. So I love it. Now, as far as being grateful, everybody, I'm doing this because I know that I answer questions and people consider that service, but sometimes your wife does everything for you. You do everything for your wife, but it doesn't mean a lot unless you hear I love you every once in a while to kind of reinforce the feeling. You can show it all you want, but sometimes you just like to hear it. So that's why I'm getting on here right now, because I just had a spur of the moment feeling. And I just want to say, hey, everybody, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. I'm glad that you guys are getting great information and getting your health back because of this channel. So that is what I came on here to say today. Now, if anybody has any questions right now about anything that you're dealing with health-wise, if I can look it up, know what it is, figure out what we can do surrounding that, we can do that right now. But I just wanted to say thank you, everybody. Thank you for doing everything that you do, participating the way that you do, and asking the questions that you do. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, look at this. All right, Jess Sam says, in the house. Very good. Everett O'Neill. Everett, what's going on? HT Logistics back in the house again. Yes. All right. Now, HT asks, should we take the vaccine? Now, you know, I am not. And I really do mean this. I am not against vaccines. I have just found no research that says they work. Okay, now, when you say you're taking a vaccine, what people are saying is that I want to get a shot so that I don't get the virus. That's what most people who are older and know nothing about medicine, that's exactly what they think. You get the shot so you don't get the disease. That the truth is, the shot is only supposed to stop you from exhibiting the symptoms from the disease. It won't stop you from getting it. It won't stop you from spreading it. See, people act like just because you get a shot, you're supposed to forget how a virus works. No, that's not true. All right. So every time that it passes from one person to another, it mutates because it mixes with their DNA. So we will have another mutation. Therefore, there is nothing we can do to get rid of this now. All right. It's going to be part of society, just like a cold or a flu. It's going to be in society. There's nothing you can do to get rid of it. People will still die in the future from this. As soon as everything opens up, you will see more spikes and stuff like that, because I see that some states, I think there was 15 of them so far, have just said, we're just going to lift everything. We have to get back to the way things are going as normal. I cannot blame them, because if you continue to lock down cities will fail. Their economies will fold, and they will have no means of recovering themselves. So they have to do some things in order to do that. Now, going all the way with no restrictions, that's a bit much. All right. So Texas. All right. That's a bit much. However, I understand why, because they have to get their commerce back going. They have to get their state back in line. They have to get their taxes coming in so they can do the things for the roads, the schools, all the other things, the daycares, the public facilities that they actually run using tax dollars. So I understand the other side of it too. Okay. Let me see. All right. All right. Yes. Let me see. DM says, yes, it's not a vaccine. All right. Yes. Now, some of them are vaccines. Yes, they are. And then some of them are inoculations, meaning they don't have the live virus in there. So, yeah. Let me see. Yep, pathogens, yes. And most of them do. The vaccine has a live pathogen in it, okay? And inoculation is giving you somebody else's antibodies so that you don't have to form your own. So you're not taking the live virus. So that's why they call them certain things. Okay, so let me see. All right, yes. Okay, so it's an experiment. 17 states, DM says. Okay, so yes, because I think that was, 2 days ago? It was 15 states. Now he says it's 17 states. Yep, they got to open it back up. And truthfully, I can't blame them. All right, they got to get it back on track. Now, let's go ahead and see if everybody in here is actually still doing some of the stuff that they recommend for anything as far as health-wise. Now, I want to tell you guys exactly what I'm doing, okay? You guys put in the chat, what are you doing to keep yourself healthy from what is going on right now with this thing that is going around, that things are opening back up, businesses are reopening, life is starting to get back to normal somewhat. But this is what I'm doing, okay? Of course, you guys know I'm not going to take a shot, okay? But what I am doing is I am boosting my immune system. I do have my colloidal silver if I get sick. So if I feel any symptoms coming on, I will use my colloidal silver. In order to build this up, I'm also doing my fruits and vegetables every single day, all right? That's my juices in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon. So I'm just stretching out my regimens. I'm trying to exercise light but not heavy, because when you exercise too much and you drain the body, that lowers your immune system. Overwork from exercise lowers your immune system. You start taking out your white blood cells because you need to replenish the resources through your red blood cells, which deliver oxygen and nutrients to your vital organs when you're working out. So that means that white blood cells are produced less, and therefore, because you're working out so hard, your immune system will suffer for that. Therefore, if you catch something, if you're infected by something, then you are more likely to succumb to it a little bit worse than if you had a full healthy immune system. Okay, so very nice, very nice. I like these. We got some good questions coming in here. So DM Says, yes, I've been fasting. Me too. Yes, I've been doing the same thing. And I've been doing whole days. So I've been trying to go an entire day, maybe 2, maybe 3 days with just water. Not even my juicing, just water, so that my body can replenish, so my body knows where to get the emergency store, so I can start dropping contaminated fat is what I call it, because a lot of people don't realize there's a difference between healthy fat and contaminated fat, because fat is the only cell in your body that will actually take in any poison that comes into your blood. Okay, so it's trying to keep it out of your bloodstream so you don't die, so you don't become toxic or die of toxemia or some what we call sepsis or blood poisoning. So there you go, everybody. Let me see here. We got some people with some other questions. Yes, congratulations, my boy, on 60,000 subs. Well, Mr. Mims, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to predict this right now. With the way that you're going with your channel and the food that you're cooking on there, and the way that you show it and the quality of your videos, I think you're going to be past that in like 3, 4 months, man. I think you're going to be way up there, because people like food way more than they like preventing disease. I know it shouldn't be that way, but they do. So I think you're going to be up there, man. So I'm proud to be one of your first subscribers. So yes, let me see here. Jeffrey, let me see. Amigo Alvin, I don't know. Wait a minute. I know you don't recommend someone partaking in alcohol, but what can we do after a vacation where we partook a little too much? Yeah, now all you're trying to do is drain. Okay, if you have alcohol in your system, you mean you just toxified your system. So if that is the case, that means that you got to cleanse or purify your blood. Now, first thing you want to do is take something for anti-inflammatory, so the alcohol doesn't start blowing up stuff like your liver does when you drink a lot of alcohol. So you want some anti-inflammatories. After that, you just want to cleanse your blood. So I told you the 4 best ones I got for you as far as blood cleaning is chlorella, spirulina. Those are the 2 most powerful. The next ones after that are actually foods you can get at your grocery store in the organic section, which are cilantro and parsley. Okay, so all you got to do to clean those out, you'll notice that you don't get hit as hard, okay, with the alcohol. Because when alcohol comes into your body, you got to remember, it's going to your brain, it's giving you the tipsy effect, you're getting drunk, you get sloppy drunk. It's only because it's affecting your brain. Once you get something in there that starts purifying that, it starts detaching those molecules from your receptors, and all of a sudden you start getting sober again. So that's what that all means as far as the physiology of our bodies. Yes, very good question. Very good question. Let me see. All right. KC said he subbed Mr. Mims' channel. All right, we got some connections going in here. I love it. Okay, now he said I appreciate you. Yes. So, yep, it's really good. It's really good. I have to, Mr. Mint, I got to tell you, man, your channel is on point. I love watching it. Okay, now, everybody, I want to thank you guys. Those of you who bought my book, those of you who bought a course from me, those of you who did anything in respect to supporting me. Some of you are in the Human Health Linkers community, where you just donate $5, $10, or $20 every single month just to support the protocols that we put together as far as helping people. And I give a lot of them away on here. So I really do hope, if anybody in here, I'm probably going to start a monthly thing where people can donate if they want like a one-on-one time for like a half an hour or something like that, so to deal directly with a health issue, because I know some people got health issues. And I know every time you want to talk to a doctor or go to the office, you got to pay $150, $175 copay and stuff like that. But here's the thing. They do have teledoc services now through hospitals and stuff like that. And all they're doing is telling you to go to the pharmacy. All right, giving you the cliche advice that you can find anywhere online. I've called twice. It's real pitiful. All right, you know what I should do? I should highlight. I should record some of those calls to show you guys how pathetic it is. Because you think somebody who went to school for a long time to put on a white jacket would actually be able to answer questions better than, you need to improve your diet, you need to exercise a little bit more. If you do that, then you'll be well on your way to good health. Well, what does that mean? All right. What if I have diabetes already? What if I have cancer already? What if I can't get up and run? What are my alternatives? What kind of alternative exercises can I do? Okay. What can I eat if I'm taking certain kinds of medication? Now, you're supposed to be able to read that on the back of your package, but a lot of people don't read the back of medical inserts and stuff like that. What to mix this with, what not to mix it with. The safe bet is never mix medicine and alcohol. Okay, that's the best bet. But a lot of people don't even realize that that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of yourself. You're and when somebody gives you cliche advice that you could have found on WebMD or the Mayo Clinic on the first page of a website, that's not helping you at all. Okay, so it's just not like when I tell somebody to do a coffee enema, I made a video because you have to know you can't take the coffee hot. You have to know you have to grind the coffee beans. You have to know that you're supposed to take organic coffee and you're supposed to insert it into your anus at room temperature. You're supposed to know that you're supposed to hold it for 12 minutes. You're supposed to shake your lower intestine so that the coffee starts going over to your liver and it starts blowing up your liver and giving you the toxins. Did anybody tell you why you're doing a coffee enema? Well, it's to give you a brand new liver, because the liver has over 500 vital functions in the human body that would allow you to have improved brain function. It creates your clotting agents. It allows your blood to clot. It creates the energy units for your energy every day. That's why I don't need coffee. That's why I don't need bulletproof coffee. That's why my brain works really well every day, because I take care of my liver. I don't need special concoctions in order to get my brain to optimum. It's already there because I take care of the body parts. See, people don't realize if you do that, it's easy. It's not that difficult. However, a lot of people like to pop a pill. So easy, isn't it? Just to throw that pill back in your mouth. Same thing for erectile dysfunction. The whole reason I have a class for erectile dysfunction is because people think the only alternatives they have are popping Viagra Cialis, which you have to do for the rest of your life if you go down that road. You can have hydraulics put into your penis. Or you can do my favorite. I'm just kidding, but my favorite. And that is tying off your penis with a shoestring or a penis ring in order to keep blood in your penis. Sounds like a good time at the amusement park, doesn't it? Let me see. All right, so let me see here. Nubian Beauty, welcome to the chat. Let me see here. I got a question. Eat, Play, Decorate, welcome. Nubian says, what if you have a touch of PCOS since puberty, but when you lower insulin and androgens, you feel depressed? I notice when I control androgens and raise estrogen, I'm tired and lethargic and depressed. That means that something is out of balance with your estrogen, because when you up estrogen, your energy is supposed to go up too, because the same thing with testosterone for a male is estrogen for a female. It makes your brain work better. It makes your liver work better. It makes your blood flow better. Everything in your physiology is based on your estrogen levels inside your body. So the higher is supposed to be the better. That means that something on the opposite side of that is causing that effect. And I'm guessing, and I think I'm pretty sure I'm right on this. The opposite of estrogen is not testosterone. The opposite of estrogen is cortisol. And cortisol is your stress hormone. So if you're under mental or physical stress, meaning psychological, or your body is being poisoned somehow, those are forms of stress. If that is the case, that means that they're going to be in proximity. They have an inverse relationship. So the higher your cortisol, the lower your estrogen. Okay, and that could be the problem, because estrogen levels should vary in a female just like testosterone varies in a male. It's the same thing. We have the same physiological needs as far as using it. Okay, yeah, so yes. All right, so that's a good one. Now, if you said a touch of PCOS, so like you have a little bit of it. Now, with that, you either have it or you don't. You can't be half pregnant. So PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. That's when you have these little hard ovaries or hard parts on the ovaries that are preventing you from ovulating correctly. Now, if you want to get rid of those, remember, alkalize your blood. If anytime you see a rock or rock-like formations, that means that you have calcium and salt coming together in your body, forming these hard surfaces. That means that in order to break that down, you need to cut it with baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. Okay, so that's how you alkalize your blood. That's called baking soda. So you can do a baking soda or apple cider vinegar. I say baking soda because it gets into the blood faster and it reacts faster. So you alkalize a little bit better. Okay, your body has a good affinity to baking soda. So, and do it in small amounts. All it is 8 ounces of water, 1 tablespoon a day. That is it. And you can do that. However, do not take baking soda and water at least 3 hours on either side of you eating, because it weakens your stomach acid also. So it neutralizes your stomach acid. So you will not be able to break down your food and get the nutrients out of the food that you're trying to eat. Okay, so 3 hours on either side if you're going to do that. So as soon as you get up in the morning, if you get up early at 6 a.m. and you don't eat till 9 a.m., perfect. Okay, you take that water and that baking soda, you start alkalizing as soon as you get up. As soon as you get out of bed, that keeps that effect going as far as your metabolism, and you'll start getting the effect in the blood faster because there's nothing in the way. You can absorb it. So very nice, very nice. Let me see. Eplay Decorate says, is there anything to use on the scalp? My son his scalp has been breaking out with hair bumps after going to the barber shop. It's probably the oil. So sometimes it's the ingrown hairs, but sometimes it's the oil. Sometimes they get allergic to the oil and they have these horrible things there. So again, you wipe his head with apple cider vinegar. Okay, so yes. So just massage it into the scalp and then wash it off, soap and water, just wash it off, and then he should be all good. If it keeps occurring, put more on there and just rub it in deeper and then wipe it off, wash it out, and then he should be all good. Yeah, because I had the same problem when I used to go to a barber. I never had breakouts on my head until I got the oil from the clippers, because the clippers are sharp, so they're going to cut into your skin at some point. And when you got that oil on there, it goes right under the scalp and into the blood. So yeah. So luckily, I've dealt with that before. Let me see here. All right, let me see. Everett O'Neill says, do you know where I can get some RSO or a FECO? All right, now what are those abbreviations for? Okay, because I do not recognize those. Okay, so tell me what those abbreviations stand for. Maybe we can get those. All right, let me see. Nubian Beauty says, yes, thank you. Yes, I do have high cortisol too. Yes, so yeah, the inverse relationship. Yes, very good. So that's all you have to do is recognize it a lot of the time too. I like that. All right, Mr. Mills Kitchen says, I was drinking soy milk and my estrogen started to increase, so I stopped. Yes, all right, you have to, because John Mimos, this is what happens. When you actually drink soy mimics estrogen, and men create estrogen. Estrogen is actually needed to produce testosterone and DHT, which is dihydrotestosterone. So you need that in order to produce it. However, when you take in soy, because it ups your estrogen, it also ups your DHT. DHT is not good to have in high amounts because it kills erections in too high amounts in the male physiology. All right, and that causes erectile dysfunction in the long term and sometimes in the short term. So, yep, doing deep research on this, man. So yes, you did the right thing as far as stopping. Now, women should not drink soy on a large basis either, if they are susceptible. All right, because some women, it's like 30 to 35% of women can actually take soy and it has no effect on the level of soy that they produce. But most women, the other 65%, if they take soy, your body will recognize that you're getting soy from an outside source, and therefore your body will stop creating the soy. So if you stop drinking soy milk, you tend to suffer physiologically because now you don't have estrogen being produced like it should be in your body. All right, so it depends on what kind of physiology you have, because some women, they're kind of innocuous to soy. It doesn't bother them that much. But the majority, and it's barely a majority, it's like 65%, but they are affected severely by taking in soy as an artificial. Okay, so yeah. Let me see. DTV up in the house. What would you recommend for increasing testosterone levels naturally? I would not say recommend taking it. Okay. The whole thing about testosterone is that you're supposed to build it naturally. Now, most people think that you get testosterone levels up by combating raising testosterone artificially and trying to do tricks in order to make that happen. The tricks are never permanent. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you are trying to get your testosterone levels up, there are things like phosphodiesterases and stuff like that that actually help put this thing together, estrogens, they help put this thing together where you start forming testosterone. Now, here's the trick, okay? It's a relationship. The more sex and the more muscle tone that a man has, the more testosterone it takes to maintain it. Okay, so one helps the other. People think that you do this or you eat this to boost testosterone. Now, truthfully, about 30-40% of testosterone you can do like that through your diet, meaning that if you're eating your fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals, meaning you're getting all 90 of your essential vital vitamins, minerals, nutrients, okay? If you're getting all 90 of those, you don't have to worry about testosterone. It's going to come anyway. You got all the building blocks. So nothing is missing. You're all good. However, the other part of it is hormones in the body only are secreted in response to a stimulus. So for testosterone, that stimulus either sexual thoughts, which leads to nitric oxide production, which leads to CGMP, which leads to hardening or stiffening of the penis. That in turn requires testosterone to maintain. However, muscle tone, the more muscle you have, the more testosterone that needs to be produced to maintain the muscle tone, because it's a direct effect of the muscle growing. Testosterone. That's what, in case anybody didn't know, that's what steroids are made out of. It's a derivative of testosterone. So if you guys can look at it that way, there's different ways to look at it. That's why it's so hard to explain, because nothing is a straight answer when it comes to your body, because it's an ecosystem. It's not you do this and you get that like you're dealing with a robot. You're not. It's not a computer system. You don't fix the line of code and it's fixed. I know they're trying to turn us into that. Ever since they've mapped the human genome, everybody thinks that you can just tweak this right here and it's all going to work. Nope, it's still an ecosystem. And if you mess with one thing, I guarantee you'll mess up something else somewhere else. So it just depends. So let me see here. All right, let me see. David Poulton in the house. What's going on, David? David says, I just noticed the notification. Yes, David. All right, I know. I'm doing it on a Tuesday. It's unexpected. It's a pop-up. I'm just answering questions out of gratitude, man. I'm just loving it. So, Virgin Islands Finest. I love it. Hi, Alvin. All right, thank you. Welcome to you, and thank you for coming in. I don't know if I've seen that name before, so I'm not sure. All right. Let me see. D. Roy says, how do you build discipline for fasting? I need that discipline for spiritual and physical health. Now, D. Roy, I cannot directly answer your questions, because my motivations and my beliefs have me do it a certain way, and your motivations and your beliefs will have you do it another way. Because we are two separate human beings, I cannot answer that question for you. All right. That's something that has to do, because people's willpower are on like all kinds of varying levels. So I could not dare to answer that question for you. Now, I'll only tell you what I do. Okay. Now, I found that if I discipline myself in one area of my life, it transfers over to the other area. Like, I love to work out. So if I can get to working out for 2-3 days in a row, I know I will continue. That filters over, because every time I work out, I feel like I have to juice, because I want to keep the health going. I want to keep the positive benefits going. So it tends to make me juice. So some days, if I don't work out, I'll tend to forget to juice. So one regimen of something that you love to do and staying on that regimen will actually transfer over to another, because you will get on something called a productivity roll, and you'll start wanting to do things better and better. Just like the negativity works the same way. If you eat bad and you break your diet, you're like, oh, I already messed it up, so I might as well have the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, I had 2 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch this evening, so I'll be good. I'll be good on Monday. This weekend, yeah, let's go to the buffet. Okay. That kind of stuff. So you can get on a negative roll too, but positive works just as well, as far as the reaffirming of one positive routine that carries over into another. So that's how I do it. But you will have to find your own answer on that one, because that's difficult to answer for another person. Okay, let me see here. David Poulton says, taking testosterone or estrogen pills or injections are actually dangerous, and higher dosages can give burning sensations and some health complications. Of course, David is correct, because when you start taking those kind of medications, remember, it's still a medication. It's still going to break down blood vessels. And what is inside the penis? Blood vessels. What's inside the walls of the vagina? Blood vessels and nerves. So if you start destroying those, you start noticing that you have complications like unexplained discharge, pain during urination, unexplained bleeding, stuff like that. So we don't want that, but it happens in some cases. So, yep, I understand. Let me see here. We got another one. Let me see. DTV says, so eat right, strength train, and keep a healthy sex life. Easy enough. Yeah. I like it. She broke it down real simple. So there you go. Now, D, wait a minute. Is that D? I'm sorry. Is that that's a he? Maybe. I don't know. DTV. I got to say D. I don't want to get this wrong, but D, let me know. I think as a man or a woman, I cannot see your picture clearly. So I'm trying to see here. All right. So there you go. My comments are above. Let me see. Oh, I have high cortisol prolactin and estrogen issues comes from pituitary to, oh, gotcha. So yours is induced by a tumor. Yes, it influences the secretions from your glands. All right, gotcha. All right, let me see. I'm definitely a man. D, yes, because every woman I know is named D. So that's why I assume that. So I couldn't see your picture clearly. So, but it's super small on my screen because I'm not looking at it on my big screen. So yes, I see. I got you, D. Okay, so I got you. You're a man. I got you now. But now, when you're saying it seems easy when you say do all that, but sometimes stuff goes wrong. So I appreciate the way that you're going to go about this and handle it. But when we say eat right, that's easier said than done. All right. When we say be like D said, strength train. All right. I love that because that means lift weights. Okay. We want to build the muscle. Okay. Very good. Easy enough. Now, when we say keep a healthy sex life, sometimes people think healthy means having a lot of sex. No, healthy means having protected sex. All right. So, see, sometimes you got to go in and explain some things. And then the hardest part about all of this is eat right. Eat right. What the hell does that mean? Okay. Because if you think eating right is eating chicken and turkey, you don't know what eating right is. Chicken is just as tainted as red meat. It's just as tainted as processed turkey. It's just as tainted as any meat on the market that is not organic or grass-fed or comes from a local farm that has not been covered with herbicides and pesticides. That means nothing. People think chicken means healthy. No. It is the most abused piece of meat in the world. Okay, but people think, oh, I'm eating chicken. I'm doing something right. No, it depends on where they get it from. And I will tell you this, only 3% of restaurants in the United States are using pure sources of meat that come from a local farm somewhere. Okay, the rest of it is processed meats that come from large slaughterhouses that have GMO product that are fed growth hormone and hopped up on antibiotics. Okay, so we don't think you're healthy. When you guys see on the front of the package where it says, oh, look at this, it has no additives, it has no preservatives. But if you look on the back, that's exactly what it has in it. So don't read the front of the package, read the back of the package too. Because eating, man, it is hard to eat right. It is hard to eat right. That's why the only way to really eat right is to go buy you some organic fruits and vegetables and juice them and take them in, or cook them and take them in. That's usually the only good way to guarantee that you're getting nutrients from the food that you're eating. Because the packaged stuff, oh my God. All right, everybody think, oh, it's pasteurized, it's pasteurization. Yeah, it kills the germs, but it kills all the nutrients too. So you're not getting anything out of the food as far as that is concerned. So it's hard to say, when you say eat right, people have no idea what that means at all. None. Okay, so yes. All right, so let me see. Mr. Mim says, I do soda water twice a week. All right, now, soda water is carbonated. So why carbonated? Because carbonation equals oxidation in the body, meaning it's going to break down your blood vessels and stuff like that. Now, why do you need to do the soda water? Is it just the taste? Maybe that's it. So I would suggest you make your own juice if that is the case, and forget the bubbles. I know people like bubbles. Have it like once every 2 weeks, but not twice a week. Once every 2 weeks, but not twice a week. Because I think still, as you get older, that's going to have a greater and greater effect on the breakdown of your vascularization. Yes. All right. Now, let me see. Nubian Beauty says, mother has stage 4 renal failure. She's been on dialysis since 2013. Now she's 62 years of age. What do you recommend to regenerate her one kidney failure? Now, I'm assuming the other one is okay for now. Okay, so I don't know if she just has one or if it's okay for now. Okay, all right, good. Okay, now, where you at? There you go. Okay, now Nubian Beauty. Now, if your mom has renal kidney failure, renal means kidney, and kidney means it's not part of the nervous system. That's a great thing because that means it can be regenerated. However, if you go too far with a kidney, like your liver, there is a point of no return, meaning you cannot get the function of the kidney back. Now, if the kidney has failed, there's very little you can do to get it back. If it's completely 100% failed, you have no function. Now, as long as we got about 7%, we can get the kidney to regenerate. Now, that means that you have to hypermineralize in order to get her all the things she needs as far as the reparative mechanism. When you're trying to repair, you can't go 1 times on anything. You actually have to go 2, maybe 3, sometimes 4 or 5 times on a supplement in order to build that back up, because a lot of people don't realize the walls of your vital organs are made up of stuff like copper, niacin, vanadium. Those are the elements that you need, the minerals that you need in order to rebuild the walls of a blood vessel or a vital organ. People think that eating food is what does that. No. And here's the thing: on top of giving the mineralization, you can't keep she loves meatloaf. She loves to eat roasted chicken. She loves to eat this. No, it has to be fruits and vegetables, and that's it. If you're trying to regenerate an organ, because your organ and your body's hormones are secreting depending on what you're eating on a regular basis. So if you're eating all this bad stuff, the mashed potatoes and gravy, the fried chicken, stuff like that, your body, because when you get used to that, your body secretes, and when you don't eat it, it will secrete and play tricks on your brain and make you have super strong cravings for the junk food that you used to eat. Because it says, this is what you got us used to. This is what the system now works on. So feed it to us. And if you don't, your body gives you strong mental signals from your brain, all right, to say, eat this, eat this, eat this. You have strong cravings. But here's the thing, everybody, and this goes back to a question about willpower. If you can resist it for 3 hours, the craving goes away on its own, okay? And you can do that with overdoing it with water. Okay, so stuff like that. But you cannot keep using your kidney while you're trying to repair it. You can't ask the kidney to please clean the poisons out of my blood while I'm trying to repair myself in the same organ at the same time. It just doesn't work. It's going to fail. So that's the thing. You have to do one and help it on the other side by not doing the other, which is putting poisons into the system. So yeah. Wow. But you can get it. You can get it back, though. Yes. All right. Now let me see. Because of how rapidly my hormones have changed, I was told that I might have a tumor. And that's true. But I still may just be, it still may be just be stress. Stress to the extreme with bad diet and sleep and psychological reasons explains. All of that together, I would say absolutely. So, David, yeah, that's a hard one, man. Now, David, when you're talking about these, and you've already expressed to me some of the things that are going on as far as the like you said, the psychological issues and stuff like that, I have to say that is very hard to straighten out when you have physical stress as well. So if you have toxicity for food, if you have the toxic chemicals being released, being your cortisol for stress because of your mental stress, you got both. So if you got mental and physical stress going on, that's hard on the body. I mean, that literally deforms heart valves. It literally slows down brain function. It slows down digestion. I mean, this is super serious. So whatever you can do to mitigate the stress, up to and including quitting your job, because I know people need money, but you should be looking for another job or another something in the meantime, because if you don't, the money will not be worth the health, because you'll be spending it all on hospital bills. So yeah, so that's what man. All right. So Everett says RSO stands for Rick Simpson oil, cannabis, and FECO is also a cannabis oil. Do you know where I can get some? Because I heard it's fantastic against cancer and tumors. Now, CBD helps stop the inflammation of the tumors, helps stop the spread of the tumors because of the inflammation. And it's a muscle relaxing effect. It tends to have a good effect on the vascularization of your cardiovascular system, meaning that the blood vessels tend to flex a little bit better. The blood tends to flow a little bit easier, stuff like that. However, cannabis does not get rid of hardwired tumors. Okay, because remember, a tumor is a defense mechanism. It is walling off of dangerous cells so that they do not spread or metastasize to other parts of your body. All right, so it's kind of a catch-22 on that one, because you can fix one problem and then all of a sudden you could make the problem worse if you're not checking the spread of the cancer at the same time, if it's cancerous. Okay, so there, yeah, against cancer and tumor, yeah. All right, so, all right, no media. All right, so you're live tonight. Shira says, "All right, I appreciate that, Shira. All right, it means we're getting some energy out of this. Now, let me see. David has a suggestion. All right, Mr. Miv says you're the best. Thank you, John Demos. I appreciate it. He says the best way to tempt yourself: skip breakfast before work, come home to find you left cake." Cookies and soda out on the table and lock the fridge with healthy food. 90% just want a quick bite, easy. All right, so look at that. All right, that's a nice mental trick there. All right, yes, best way to tempt yourself: skip breakfast before work, come home to find that you left the cake, the cookies, and soda out on the table, meaning that they should be warm and not any good anymore. All right, and then lock the fridge with healthy food. 90% just want a quick bite. Okay. All right. I see. All right. That's it. It's strange, but it seems like it might work. I like psychological tricks like that. That reminds me of one of my little tricks I like to do when I'm trying to lose weight, because I'm strange, everybody, but I will literally go into the bathroom, all right, and eat in front of the mirror naked, so I can see that the food is going into the folds of my fat. And that is quite embarrassing, even to yourself. And it plays a psychological trick on you to let you know that you are disgusting for eating that. And look at where it's going. And when you can actually see the folds in the back, and you can see the fat folding in, and you can see, and you claim you want to lose 30 pounds, but you can see 5 pounds going on as you polish off those Nutter Butter 24 pack of cookies. Yeah. All right. So not really. All right. So tricks work. All right. Now, that's what we got. I didn't plan on, man, we've been on here for 40 minutes. Now, I did not plan on staying on here too long. You guys see, I just have the chill background going on and all that kind of stuff. No promotion or anything like that. I just want to say thank you to you all. If I didn't get to your question, remember, everybody, we're going to be back on here on Friday at 3:45 p.m. So remember, we go live at 3:45. That is it for this evening, everybody. I just want to get on and say thank you. We have reached our 60,000 subscribers, almost to 65. And I just have to say thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for asking questions, and I really do appreciate it. I'm going to get off here tonight because I'm not sure what me and my wife are going to do, but I'm going to go and talk to her, and that is it. So you guys have a good one. I will see you soon, and I am Alvin J, the most passionate non-doctor on the internet. If you guys need any of the links to any of the things I talked about, it is in the description below. You guys have a good one, and I will see you guys this Friday at 3:45 Pacific time. All right, Pacific time. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you then. Later, everybody. Have a good night. Good Tuesday night. And I will see you guys then. Have a good one, everybody. We'll shout you guys out before we leave, though. David Poulton, Nubian Beauty. All right. Mr. Mam's Kitchen. Yes. Kimberly Adams says hello. Kimberly, oh, we're about to leave. All right. Who else we got on here? DM is in the house. All right. Eat, play, decorate. Really do appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate you as well. Thank you. Okay. Let me see. DTV, Jay Steele in the house. Very good. Very good. Who else we got in here? Everett O'Neill. Thank you for asking the questions and getting a little. Everett, I have never used any of those CBD oil products. I've used CBD oil and the gummies before, but I've never used those particular ones, so I could not tell you where to find them. So sorry about that one. All right, sorry about that one. Okay, so let me see here. D-Roy in the house, Virgin Islands finest. All right, I love it. So you guys have a good night. Have a good evening. Thank you for throwing all the likes in there. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. And just know that I appreciate you. That's the only reason I come on here every week to answer you guys' questions, give you guys new health information that we found out, is because I want to see people get well and do better. Okay, so that is it, everybody. You guys have a good one, and I will see you guys this Friday. Have a good one. Later.